involved in the world, but we are not of the world. So like what Mom said some other time, we are pilgrims on a journey. So our journey is a journey of continuity, but the end of the matter, the journey takes us to a place of eternity. The experiences and circumstances of this life are visible to the Christian, but these are merely temporal and fleeting. Amen. Everything that we may experience, whatever circumstances that we go through, these are merely temporary. They are of this world. But our destiny is a destiny of eternity, where God is calling us forth to. We are tempted every day to have a temporal perspective, not an eternal perspective. God desires us to continually renew our minds so that we may live in the reality of God's purposes for us. Amen. God has purposes for you and I, and He desires that we may live in that reality, that we are not of this world, but we have a journey which we are progressing in, where we shall end up at a place of permanency, which is eternity. God desires that we may live in His knowledge, that will either be rewarded for the stewardships of our lives or suffer loss on the day of judgment. Amen. As we progress, as we live in this journey, there is an end of the matter. The end of the matter comes to a point where God shall judge us as individuals before His throne. And each one of us has been called forth to be a steward of our lives. Are you a steward of your life? Are you living with a mindset of eternity? Or you are someone that is just journeying like what everyone is doing, journeying all day after day with whatever comes their way? And I want to submit today, as part of my heading this morning, that we are supposed to live with an eternal perspective. So my heading this morning is living with an eternal perspective, and my sub-heading is walking in the call of God. Amen. Amen. Walking in the call of God. So as we shall unfold, we will look at what it means to live with an eternal perspective and walk at the same time in the call of God, which is upon our lives. So God has raised us to be a people who are custodians, who are stewards of our lives. So the way that we have to live shall not be a way that is reckless, but we shall live with minds that are focused on the things that God desires for our lives. And I want to begin by saying, let's define eternal perspective so that we can roll together as we move on. What is the meaning of the word eternal? Eternal means lasting. It means existing in power without an end.